You're a dad, a provider, a protector, a hero to your kids. You work hard, you love your family, and you've got about zero time to think about yourself. But every now and then, you catch your reflection in the mirror and you see that stubborn belly fat, the dad bod. That isn't just about how you look, it's about how you feel. It's about your energy. It's that dangerous visceral fat that's quietly draining your longevity. But what if I told you that you can get rid of it? And not with some crazy, complicated diet that has you weighing every grain of rice and weighing yourself every day and tracking every calorie. Not by spending hours in a gym that you don't have time for. So I'm going to share with you what I believe is the world's easiest approach for busy dads like you to reclaim their health without a bunch of complicated rules. Hi, I'm Andrew Jacks. I'm the founder of Six Pack Dad and a health and weight loss coach for busy professional dads. For the past 25 years, I've had the privilege of helping over 400 dads across the globe lose their gut, get their energy back, and become the healthy, powerful role models their families deserve. And as a global business owner, a father of three myself, I've lived it. I understand the grind. I know the pressure of balancing a demanding career with a busy life while trying to take care of yourself. I know it can feel impossible. That's why I'm here. I want to cut through the noise and give you the simple and effective strategy that helps you lose that dangerous visceral fat. And it's not just about looking better, that's a bonus. This is more about honoring the one body that you've got. From a Christian perspective, our bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, as it says in 1 Corinthians 6:19-20. We're not our own. We were bought at a price. And honoring God with our bodies is a profound act of stewardship. So think of this plan as more than just fat loss. It's about being a better husband, a more energetic father, and a stronger leader by stewarding your health with intention. This isn't a fad diet. It's a leadership strategy for your life. Now, before we get to the how, you need to understand the enemy. That belly fat that you might joke about, it's not just the soft pinchable stuff on the outside. That's called subcutaneous fat. The real danger is the fat that you can't see. It's the visceral fat. It's a hidden and active fat that wraps around your vital organs, your liver, intestines, and heart. And it isn't just sitting there. It's actually like an active organ pumping out inflammatory substances that create a storm inside your body. And to give you an analogy, subcutaneous fat is like having clutter in your garage. It's annoying, it gets in the way, but it's mostly contained. However, visceral fat is like a fire smoldering in the engine room, slowly damaging all the critical machinery that keeps your ship running. This active fat is strongly linked to some of the most serious health issues that we face. We're talking about an increased risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, stroke, and certain cancers, and even Alzheimer's disease. This type of fat releases inflammatory compounds that can cause insulin resistance, and that's a critical domino. It's when your body cells stop responding properly to insulin, leading to higher blood sugar and in a vicious cycle, signaling your body to store even more fat right in the dangerous abdominal area. The more visceral fat that you have, the worse your insulin resistance can get, and the more fat your body is told to store. For you as a dad, this isn't some abstract warning for down the road. This is about right now. It's why you're feeling drained after a day at the office, why you can't keep up with the kids in the backyard. And it's that nagging worry about being there for your family for the long term. Getting a handle on this is one of the most important things that you can do to reclaim your energy and show up as the strong, vibrant father that you were created to be. If this is already making sense, if you're ready to stop guessing and to start taking a real step towards losing that dangerous belly fat without giving up your time or your sanity, I want you to do me a favor first. Hit that like button and subscribe. I'm here to give you simple, no-nonsense guidance that you can actually use every single week. All right, let's get into the how. When I say this is the world's easiest approach, I actually mean it. It's the first thing my clients say in their first week from applying this. Forget obsessive calorie counting. Forget banning entire food groups. Forget feeling hungry and deprived. This is about making smart and simple changes that work with your body to burn fat, not against it. These rules are designed to help you naturally reduce your overall calorie intake, which is the key to fat loss, without feeling like you're on a diet. There are just 3 simple rules. Rule 1, anchor every meal with protein. This is your cornerstone, guys. Protein is critical for effective fat loss. Why? 3 simple reasons. First, it's incredibly satiating. It makes you feel full and satisfied for longer, which crushes cravings and stops you from that mindless snacking. Second, protein has a high thermic effect, which means your body burns more calories digesting protein compared to fat and carbs. And thirdly, when you're losing fat, protein actually helps protect your lean muscle. More muscle means a higher resting metabolism, which makes your body into a more efficient fat burning machine at all times, even when you're asleep. That's why I love it. So here's how to make it practical. Don't overthink it. Let's go for breakfast. Don't skip breakfast. And instead of having a croissant or sugary cereal, have something like 2 eggs on a wholemeal toast. For lunch, instead of having a carb-heavy sandwich, try a wrap instead with a double helping of grilled chicken or even a can of tuna, and make sure to add some salad. And for dinner, make sure you've got at least a quarter of your plate, which is a quality lean protein. It could be steak, it could be fish, or it could be chicken. So anchor every meal with protein. You're going to be amazed at how much more control you'll have over your hunger. Let's go to rule number 2. Befriend fiber. If protein is the anchor, fiber is its first mate. Most of us don't get enough fiber. It's a key player for metabolic health. Fiber from fruit, vegetables, and whole grains works in a couple of ways. Soluble fiber forms a gel in your gut that slows down digestion. This helps stabilize your blood sugar, and just like protein, keeps you feeling full for a lot longer. A diet with plenty of fiber helps you manage the overall calorie intake that leads to fat loss as well. Again, keep it simple. Look at your plate. Is it all brown and white? Add some color. Throw in a big handful of spinach into your eggs. Have half a plate of salad or steamed veggies with your lunch and your dinner too. Swap out white rice for quinoa or even brown rice. Snack on an apple, a handful of berries instead of reaching for chips. When you pair fiber with protein at every meal, it's one of the most effective 1-2 punches for making fat loss feel easy. Let's go to rule number 3, getting smart with swaps and hydration. This is where we prove that you don't have to give up everything you love, because you don't. It's about just making smarter choices, not the perfect ones. Because the biggest enemy of your waistline is not carbs, it's refined carbs and sugar. These foods will spike your blood sugar and your insulin, which can signal your body to go into fat storage mode. The smart move here is to swap them for slower digesting, nutrient-dense options. Instead of having white bread or pasta, choose 100% whole grain bread or try wholemeal pasta. Swap white potato for sweet potato. Instead of having a sugary soda or juice, have sparkling water with a squeeze of lime. Instead of having a full chocolate bar, try a square or 2 of dark chocolate and even a handful of nuts. Finally, the most simplest rule of all, hydrate. Your body needs water for the fat burning process to be able to work efficiently. Staying properly hydrated supports your metabolism. It helps suppress your appetite and it flushes out waste. So just aim to drink water consistently throughout the day. Try and get a head start from the first thing in the morning. Keep a bottle at your desk, in your car and with you at all times. We look at 2.5 litres minimum or 85 ounces is recommended. Okay, and that's it. That's the plan. Anchor with protein, add fiber, make smart swaps and hydrate. No complexity, no misery. I know what some of you are thinking, Andrew, this sounds great, but my life is just chaotic. What happens when it's pizza night with the kids, or I've got a business lunch or a barbecue with friends, or I've got a very social weekend, right? This is the most important part. This is where almost every single diet fails. It demands perfection. And because life isn't perfect, you have one bad meal, you feel like you've blown it out, and then you end up quitting. We're not doing that. Your new model now is consistency over perfection. That's the secret to long-term sustainable fat loss. It's not about being a robot. It's about applying the 90-10 rule. The idea is when you're trying to lose weight, 90% of the time, you focus on following the rules we just talked about. You anchor with protein, you eat fiber, you hydrate. The other 10% of the time, you can have some grace. Enjoy that slice of pizza with your kids. You have a beer with your buddies. You eat the cake at the birthday party. That way you don't feel like you're missing out and it's something you can still enjoy. This flexibility is what makes it work for life. Having a one-off unhealthy meal doesn't ruin anything. It's what you do most of the time that drives the results. This kills the guilt and the all or nothing thinking that has sabotaged you in the past. If you have a one-off meal, your only job is to get right back on track with the next one and not to give up. This principle goes beyond food. You don't need to spend hours in the gym as well, but you should move your body consistently. Even just like a 20-minute brisk walk on your lunch break, a few sets of push-ups or squats when you wake up. Exercise helps because it improves how your body uses insulin and is a proven way to help reduce the visceral fat. I've even had a client who lost 105 pounds in 8 months applying what I've just taught and going for walks. Didn't step into a gym, didn't do any rigorous exercise, just went for regular walks. And that shows what's possible. Finally, manage your stress and your sleep because chronic stress jacks up cortisol. It's a hormone that encourages fat storage right around your midsection, and a lack of quality sleep does the same thing, all while messing with your hunger hormones, making you crave junk. I get it, you're a busy dad, but prioritizing 7 to 8 hours of sleep, it's not a luxury. It should be a non-negotiable part of this plan. Poor sleep is consistently linked to greater visceral fat accumulation. Building these small, consistent habits honors your role as a leader and a role model. You're showing your kids what self-discipline and self-respect look like. You're building a foundation of health that will let you lead your family with strength and energy for decades to come. So let's recap this simple approach. It's not really a diet, it's a system for a stronger life. First, you understand the real enemy is visceral fat, the hidden active fat that drives disease. Second, you follow 3 simple rules to make fat loss feel much easier. Number 1, anchor every meal with protein to stay full and protect your metabolism. Number 2, befriend fiber from vegetables to help manage blood sugar and hunger. Number 3, make smart swaps and hydrate to fuel your body correctly. And third, you live by consistency over perfection. You use the 90-10 rule, you move your body, and you prioritize sleep, giving yourself grace because this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You can do this. You now have the knowledge. You have the plan. It's simple, it's effective, and it's designed for a busy dad like you. So if you're a dad who needs to lose at least 20 pounds or 10 kilos, and you want a simple, proven plan that doesn't involve skipping meals, giving up alcohol, or spending hours at the gym, and you want a level of accountability, go to ditchthedadfat.com or click the link in the description below to access a free video and learn more. If it's what you need, you can book a call via my calendar on that page. Also, I want you to check out my next video right here on how to boost testosterone after 40. Remember, your body's a gift. Lead by example and look after yourself so you can look after your family.